In the quiet town of Ravenswood, Halloween was always a night of eerie excitement. Children dressed in costumes roamed the streets, and houses were adorned with jack-o'-lanterns and cobwebs. But there was one house that everyone avoided: the old, abandoned mansion at the edge of town. Legend had it that the mansion was haunted by a ghostly presence that only revealed itself at midnight on Halloween. The townsfolk called it the Midnight Specter. It was said that anyone who saw the specter would be cursed with nightmares for the rest of their lives. One Halloween night, a group of daring teenagers, Emma, Jack, Sarah, and Tom, decided to test the legend. They gathered at the mansion just before midnight, armed with flashlights, a Ouija board, and a video camera to document their adventure. The air was thick with anticipation and fear as they stepped inside the creaking, dilapidated house. As the clock struck midnight, a chilling wind swept through the mansion, extinguishing their flashlights. The teenagers huddled together, their breaths visible in the cold air. Suddenly, a faint, ghostly figure appeared in the shadows. It was a woman dressed in a tattered white gown, her eyes hollow and her face twisted in sorrow. The specter moved closer, her presence sending a wave of dread through the group. She raised a bony finger and pointed to the Ouija board. The planchette began to move on its own, spelling out a message: "Leave now or suffer." Terrified, the teenagers scrambled to escape, but the doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. The specter let out a blood-curdling scream, and the room filled with an icy mist. One by one, the teenagers fell to the ground, overcome by a paralyzing fear. Emma, the bravest of the group, managed to regain her composure. She noticed a portrait on the wall of a woman who looked strikingly similar to the specter. Beneath the portrait was a plaque that read, "Lady Eleanor Ravenswood, 1853 to 1881. Emma realized that the ghost must be Lady Eleanor, the former mistress of the mansion. Desperate to find a way out, Emma searched the room for clues. She found an old diary hidden in a drawer. The diary belonged to Lady Eleanor and detailed her tragic life. Lady Eleanor had been betrayed by her husband, who had locked her in the mansion and left her to die. Her spirit, filled with sorrow and rage, had haunted the mansion ever since. Emma read aloud from the diary, hoping to appease the ghost. As she spoke, the specter's expression softened and the icy mist began to dissipate. The ghostly figure of Lady Eleanor approached Emma, her eyes filled with tears. She whispered, "Thank you," before vanishing into thin air. The doors of the mansion creaked open, and the teenagers stumbled out into the night, shaken but alive. They had survived their encounter with the Midnight Specter, but the experience left them forever changed. Their hair had turned white, and their eyes were filled with a haunted look. They never spoke of what they saw that night, but the legend of the Midnight Specter grew stronger with each passing year. And so, the old mansion remained abandoned, a silent reminder of the ghostly presence that lurked in the shadows, waiting for the next Halloween midnight to strike again.